Hi families, today I'm going to teach you how we are learning how to decode CVC words in class. So that's what this video is about, and I'm going to show you by using this board and some of the phonograms that we have already been learning. So the phonograms that we have learned last week were A, and ah. We learned O, O, and oo. We learned D, D, and C, K, and S. This week, we're learning the phonogram QU, which is Qu, F, G, G, and J, B, B, and S, and Z. So if you need a little refresher on those, go ahead and watch my video about the phonograms from last week and then again this week. But how we're learning how to decode these CVC words, if you just to go back to when you learned vowels and consonants in early elementary school, a vowel is any of the letters A, E, I, O, and U. The way I remember learning it in kindergarten was we did a little song, which is A, E, I, O, U, ting, dang, walla, walla, bing, bang. We also know now that Y can also be used as a vowel, depending on the word that it's in. So a CVC word is a consonant, vowel, consonant. So how we're learning those is we can make up some silly words, or you can do some real ones if you want, but this box down here represents 3 sounds. So if I were to make the word b, each box here represents a sound. So we're going to sound out the word, and that is what I'm telling your kiddos to do. Sound out the word. So here we know F goes f, it's the only sound that it makes. A goes a. We're learning the short sounds when we do CVC words. They are always the short sound, which is A is a, E is I is I, U is and O is ah. Those are the short sounds. So each box represents a sound. F, B. You could also make some nonsense words. This is really helpful with early readers just to understand how to make words based off the knowledge they already have of the phonograms that they've already read. So what I could do is mix this around. I'm gonna go ahead and cross these off because I have to sound it out first, right? So we know B only makes one sound, which is B, A, F, bath. Right? So the way that I'm also teaching the kiddos is to use their fingers because they aren't always going to have this handy dandy box right in front of them. So each finger represents a sound and then you blend it. B, A, F, bath. When it was fab, F, A, B, fab. Right? If I were to do this, let's go ahead and find a different vowel. G, A, F, goth. Right? G, A, F, goth. Sound it out with your fingers. G, A, F, goth. Right? When I make, and this is a little bit different, when we use the QU, this represents one phonogram, one sound, which is qu, right? Q usually says k, k. So QU says qu. If I were to do this, QU represents one sound. Qu, as, quas, right? Qu, as, quas. Qu, as, quas, right? Or qu, ab, quab. Qu, ag, quag. Qu, ag, quag. So I am teaching your kiddos how to blend by using these methods. You can make the boxes at home to practice. You can also teach them the finger method, but just so that way you know how we're learning it in class, you can help reinforce that at home with learning how to do this. I find this really helpful. You can use any sort of letters and put out the ones that they know. And they can even make their own words, make their own nonsense words. Like I said, this is really helpful for early readers, just to understand how to put those phonograms that they already know into sounding out and decoding words. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and have a great day, great week.